Hi boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video you are gonna see me react to the world's biggest tsunamis ever recorded. Let's get into it. This is the third biggest tsunami in the world.
Geological events in recorded history that saw the destructive force as that of the Mount St. Helens eruption in 1980. It was the Earth's largest terrestrial landslide in historical times, a result of a restless volcano and its uniquely violent eruption. The most defining thing of this eruption was the total collapse of the northern slope, leading to an immense pyroclastic flow. However, something else came out of this collapse that was disastrous in its own right. When the side of the mountain fell, it plowed directly into Spirit Lake, which was a short distance from the base of the volcano. As the huge column of rock and dirt crashed into the lake, it produced a tsunami that measured 860 feet.
Are you insane?
Above the lake level. The lake also grew in size, nearly doubling from 1,300 acres to roughly 2,200 acres. Inland tsunamis like this are one of the rarest natural disasters on Earth. This massive wall of water traveled for quite a ways, knocking down trees and any structures that were in the way. However, even with 860 feet of water moving at an incredible rate, it would eventually be overtaken by the fiery cloud of ash that spewed out of the mountain. This mixture of water and ash created some of the most devastating mud flows, clogging rivers and leaving a disgusting sludge behind that would take months to solidify. Over time, Spirit Lake was able to fill back up and now has a level of around 3,406 feet that is constantly monitored and maintained. But it took over 20 years for the lake to get to the condition that it's currently in.
Oh my. This is the second biggest tsunami in the world.
As you can see by the disaster of Spirit Lake, inland tsunamis can spell certain doom for anyone unlucky enough to be in its path when it strikes. However, this wasn't the first inland tsunami to have been recorded. Just 17 years earlier in Italy, another inland tsunami did some serious damage in areas around a reservoir located about 100 kilometers north of Venice. Just after World War II, Italy decided to undertake a number of construction projects, including the building of Genoa's fateful Morandi Bridge, which was a hydroelectric dam. However, prior to the dam's construction, there were numerous warnings issued that the mountain above it, Monte Toc, was unstable. As it was being built, locals reported continual tremors and landslides. However, the operators ignored the danger signs. They decided, as a safety measure, to lower the water level in the reservoir behind the dam. It was a mistake that would cost them dearly. On October 9, 1963, a massive landslide sent rocks, trees, and earth plummeting into the reservoir below. The impact sent a huge wave of water shooting 250 meters above the dam, just before sweeping down the valley below and destroying every village in its path. The tsunami displaced the air with a force that was supposedly more powerful than an atomic bomb.
Are you insane?
Were hard to come by though, since most of the people in the line of impact died, around 80% of them in a handful of villages along the valley floor. Some 350 families were wiped out altogether. Investigations later determined the landslide to be triggered by the lowering of the water level along with heavy rainfall. The immense weight of the water and earth could no longer be supported by the mountain.
This is the biggest tsunami in the world.
It is hard to imagine tsunamis that are as tall as some of the ones we've already mentioned. They're nearly as tall as football fields are long, if not even bigger. But that makes a person wonder, is it possible for a tsunami to reach into the thousands of feet? Exactly how much force would it take for something like this to happen?
Exactly.
Few people believe that it is even possible. However, the largest tsunami ever recorded would definitely put that question to rest. It happened in 1958 at Lituya Bay, which is a quiet fjord in Alaska. On a calm and cool July night, a massive tremor struck the area and triggered around 30.6 million cubic meters of rock to fall 3,000 feet into the Gilbert Inlet. causing a torrent of displaced water to shoot skyward and form a monstrous wave. Now, when we say monstrous, we mean that the wave was 1,720 feet, or roughly 524 meters high. As
Are
it
you
rushed through the
insane?
fjord, it removed all of the trees and vegetation along the slopes. Millions of trees were uprooted and swept away by the wave. Miraculously, though, this wave only claimed 5 lives. This is simply because it is an extremely sparsely populated area. It proves just how deadly tsunamis can be when triggered by landslides. This particular landslide was extremely dangerous not only because of how much land actually broke free, but the height from which it did. There has never been anything to even come close since then. We've talked about how powerful tsunamis are plenty of times before.
Okay everyone, so if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe with the bell turn on for more weekly banger videos and streams. And if you haven't already watched the Mysterious Podcast episode 2, where my friends and I talk about stupid, funny, embarrassing and just random stuff, make sure you go check out this video right here, because it's an insane banger video. And I'll see you guys there. Peace out.